Hello and welcome to another impromptu video about Bing Chat. So something very interesting happened this morning. I was playing around on my laptop and again indulging in a bit of whimsy here. I was in a particularly good mood. I just got back from a really nice walk this morning. It's cold out but sunny, and I always find after an hour walk I feel particularly alive and very creative, although whether or not you can call this creative is another matter. So on my laptop, I fired up Bing Chat and just off the top of my head decided, I'm going to write a story about Pink Mouse Dave, Bert the Pheasant and their attempt to draft Magic the Gathering set Homelands, as you do. As you know, one of the reasons why I'm doing all this random stuff is I'm just kicking the tires on Bing Chat. I'm sort of approaching this very much from an amateur. My academic and professional interest in AI, or back when I was dabbling in it in the mid-90s, back when it was probably referred to as knowledge engineering or something along those lines, and I was doing a course on a design and analysis methodology called CADS, and that, I suppose, that interest in AI on a professional level, I think probably lasted into about the 2000s. So really from the early 90s, when I was looking at ways of doing identification, in vitro diagnostic identification and decision support as well, through the 90s really, and to some degree in the 2000s early 2000s when it came up on some management courses on management information systems that I was teaching on. But now I'm becoming reacquainted via some studies I did in data analysis, data science, in the modern iteration, if you like, because of all the hoo-ha around generative pre-trained transformers. So I keep going in and just doing random stuff. And what interested me, and the reason why I'm doing this video and came as no surprise, is when I attempted this on my laptop, and you can see I've saved the first bit of the chat here, it was actually referencing a video that I've previously done, which I suppose is no surprise. But it does, obviously mean that as part of this, smoke and mirrors that Bing Chat is doing, with these pre-trained models and different fine-tuning and prompt engineering, in amongst that there's some very recent searching. I'm trying to think of the best word to call this actually, but index. And I know, obviously, I've experimented with search engines, and I've seen how quick Google, for an example, can index pages. Back when I first came to Canada, I did a blog for about 6 months, a music blog, and I'd sort of perfected the art of basically getting indexed in Google within about 5 minutes, by cross-posting and other techniques. So obviously I'm well aware that can be very fast, but it did quite surprise me that it would actually even reference anything. So what it did was it opened its answer by saying, so I can just highlight the thing. Here's my question here. That sounds like an interesting story idea. I don't know much about Pink Mouse Dave and Bert the Pheasant, but I found some information about them on the web. And this is where what it's doing is referencing my video here And what had happened was, if I scroll down the bottom, did I? Yeah, here, I did put it here already. So this was the description in my video. So I decided to paste the story into here. Into getting my on up here. Paste the story into the description on my YouTube video. And obviously the search engine has indexed that, and now Bing Chat is using that in here, but it is referencing, which is good. But then it goes on to then I'm assuming it's looking at it, you know. And was it anthropomorphizing? I know this, but it's difficult to word it in such a way that you stop doing that. But the technology is trying to fill in the gaps here, I think. So, you know, you've got Bert the pheasant, and it's saying, oh, this is what a pheasant is. This is what Magic the Gathering is. It's almost like you can see its thought process in action. And again, you know, I'm making assumptions here about its front-end behaviour. But it did fascinate me, and that's why I wanted to do this video. So again, people can experiment with this themselves, content creators, and word stuff in such a way that maybe they find their own content getting referenced. I'm not just talking about doing searches in Bing. I'm specifically talking about, you know, these things where you say, create this or create that, and by the use of certain characters or certain words that maybe don't crop up so much on the internet in combination with one another, it's going to end up referencing your own creations. So something I thought I'd do also very quickly. Let's try and reproduce this and see what happens. Now, there is a possible way this is going to go where it will just stop. It will say, I don't know anything about Pink Mouse Dave. Here we go. So full disclosure, I did try this earlier a second time, and it didn't want to know. It did that thing that it did my original one where it said, oh, I don't know about Pink Mouse Dave. I don't have enough information to create this story, and then didn't take it any further, whereas my original one did, and I end up with a story. This time round, it's gone with it, and it's not even referenced it. Now, it's not using the location of the library, so maybe that's why. Maybe it thinks Pink Mouse Dave in the library is, you know, copyrighted material or something with a philosopher. Okay. Okay, so it stopped it there. Right. Oh well. Factually inaccurate, I suppose. Oh no, 2 booster boxes. Yeah, they're getting stuff muddled up here. 60 packs. Oh no, sorry. It's alright. I thought they'd done 8 packs of 60 cards there. It shows you remember to read. Okay. So Homelands, yeah, 60 packs of 8 cards. I must admit I don't know off the top of my head how many packs are in a Homelands booster box. I know, yeah, it's just, yeah, I don't carry this sort of information around in my head, unfortunately. I can't even remember how many cards in Homelands. Maybe I should look that up now. Let me just do that off screen. How many cards in Homelands boosters? I'm not doing this in Bing chat, by the way. 8 cards, so yeah, 8 cards. So that's right. So how many packs in booster boxes? See, this is funny. This was me. This video was going to be about just, isn't it interesting that it indexed stuff so quickly? Oh, 60 seals, but yeah, so that is right. Okay. Wow. There we go. 60 packs of 8 cards. What did they get? This is the question. Oh, Sierra Angel, Baron Singir and Joven. I'm not going to fact check to see if these are actually in the set. Oh, Bert the Pheasant got a Baron Singir. Wow, that was a pretty big draft. So, what sort of draft are they doing here? Does it say? Is this... have they gone old school? Oh, Joven, a rogue could destroy artifacts with his spirits. Okay, so they're doing a 2-person draft here, going backwards and forwards. That must have been fairly long. You see, I'm captivated by the story now. I want to see how it ends. Yeah, I'm not going to fact check this. I'm sure we can have a discussion in the comments section as to how accurate this is in terms of the cards. There we go. But I thought you'd be interested in that beyond just the information about Homelands. But yeah. Anyway, that's all I've really got to say on this matter. Thanks for watching. Bye for now, and I will catch you in the next video.